XRP holders, you definitely want to watch out for this, as I'm going to show you some things that we're seeing on the daily chart coming on XRP, Bitcoin, Trump coin, and some of the major altcoins. So make sure you do watch this until the end. Also, I just want to let you guys know I am doing a BTCC giveaway. It's going to be 1,000 XRP. There's a total of 4 winners. So 4 winners are going to receive 250 XRP each. The competition is going from June 10th all the way to June 30th. How to be included in the draw is going to be you signing up with the link down below in the description. You deposit more than 500 USDT. You trade 5 times between June 10th and June 30th. Old and new users eligible. So if you have used my link in the past, you can make sure that you come back to BTCC, deposit 500 USDT, trade 5 times between the time frame, and you'll be entered in the giveaway. Now let's get a little bit back to XRP and the crypto market. As of right now, you guys can see the crypto market is very hectic. You can also see the moving averages are coming back down to a red level, which could indicate a bearish activity. We did break below the trend here as well. We're kind of bouncing back and forth on XRP. What we need to see here is going to be this EMA cross back on the daily chart. Once we do and we close above around that 235, more than likely XRP is going to go back to that 249. The other day I did talk about this coming on XRP. A lot of people has been talking a little bit about the head and shoulders coming on Bitcoin and Ethereum and XRP. This is going to be invalid more than likely due to the fact that we're not seeing that much of a dump before daily close. Remember, there are a few catalysts that we're seeing in the market that we do need to be aware of. So therefore, we really need to pay attention to XRP, as we do got this trend line here. We did break below the trend line. We are getting ready to cross back up on the moving averages. Breaking above this moving average could send XRP even higher to around the 270s. If we go over to Bitcoin, you can see that Bitcoin is still doing pretty good. As of right now, our Bitcoin position on the Patreon is still currently up around 20% in a 54-day period. We did bounce off of the moving averages here, and we bounced again here. More than likely breaking this trend here, closing below the 106 previous day. More than likely we need to get above that 108 to be successful on Bitcoin, which we're going to more than likely close today if we don't see any negative catalysts within the next few hours. Coming on H-bar, you're seeing a decline on H-bar. A lot of people are talking about the gap fill on that. We are expecting a pump back on H-bar once that does fill. Same with Link. A lot of people are seeing it on Link as well. It is going to be something that is going to take a few days to play out if it does. You're also seeing similarities on Trump coin. You can see the indicator bought Trump coin pretty low around the $8, hit almost a double at 16. It sold around $10 range as we started to cross below a lot more moving averages once we actually broke the trend. Litecoin, you're seeing a similarity as well. We could be more than likely gap filling this back down, but what we have to really watch for is this break upon XRP and also Bitcoin. Bitcoin has had a lot of movement, so if we expect Bitcoin to go higher, more than likely altcoins will follow. Ethereum, though, has been looking really nice, definitely as the increase in the volume and volatility. As of right now, we've been playing Ethereum for a little while now. We're currently up over 44% in 40 days. With XRP, though, we're kind of breaking even on XRP within the trade, probably within the last month. There's not been a lot of movement on XRP, so there's not really been any way to make any gains on it besides futures trading, which we do in the Discord as well. If you look back on XRP, you can see the potential of it coming back up to around the 258 to the 270s. More than likely, there's going to be a lot of volatility and volume, as Trump has stated that the UK and the US has signed a trade deal. There are a few other things we need to watch out that could impact the market, such as the Iran and Israel conflict that we're seeing in the Middle East. More than likely, what we're going to see here is Trump coin come down a little bit on that, definitely if we participate in it. More than likely, a lot of people will start to dump the coin. Maybe stocks will start to go red. The other day, we did have futures opening up red last night. More than likely, this morning, we had that big pump back up. So it's definitely a fake out and affect a lot of traders. Stellar Lumens is going to be another one that we're actually seeing a very high impact on. As you can see, Stellar Lumens did a similar pattern to XRP. As you know, XRP and Stellar Lumens kind of moved together. You can see that we had a nice little pump here on Stellar Lumens, sold around that 38 cents. We've had another buy signal at this 26 cents. We're kind of consolidating. We did hit a high of around that 33 cent range, but we started to sell back off. It is also close to the break of the trend, also is sitting on a negative EMA. If you look at Bitcoin and Ethereum both are sitting on green EMAs, where we're starting to see a lot of volatility and volume coming between the two, which could be very good for us. As you guys know, UK and the US signed the documents to finalize the trade deal, which could also pump the market. This is why I continue to think that the market is going to pump a little bit more. That's why I'm optimistic that XRP is more than likely going to see around that 250 to 260 range, if not pushing up to that 270s. If it does start to come down too quick, it's more than likely going to be due to a catalyst from the Iran and Israel conflict. But you know, a lot of that is going to come. It's going to be very fast paced and short term, so I'll keep everything updated. If you do like this type of content, make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching.